Hola, bienvenidos a la semana 2 de la clase de español como lengua de herencia número 2. Me dio mucho gusto leer sus respuestas sobre quiénes son ustedes y qué estudian. Muchas gracias. So I'm gonna be speaking English some over here in this video because I want to make sure that everyone understands what we're doing this week. And I'm gonna explain it all in English and then I'm gonna explain it in Spanish. Because it's very important for you to hear me speaking Spanish and hopefully get used to me. And so you're going to be ready for your oral test and to communicate when we get together via Zoom or in person. So it's good for you to practice your listening skills and also practicing orally. That's why one of the assignments this week is for you to write 5 sentences in Spanish and then you're going to read them and I'll talk about that because that's the last assignment this week. And you're going to post it on your discussion with your sentences. So make sure that you know how to add a video or audio. So this week is La Semana 2, it's week 2, and please be patient with me while I figure out where everyone is. My former students, the ones who took Spanish SHL I with me last semester, I already know what they know, but most of you, I've never met you, so I don't know where you are. And in general, for SHL II, we would review what we're going to be reviewing this week. Present tense. So we're going to be doing present tense for regular verbs and also present progressive, que es el presente progresivo o presente continuo. So I'm gonna explain that a little bit. And I added a lot of practice videos and websites, a couple of websites that you can go to and practice, and that's gonna be up to you. I'm not gonna grade that, but what I'm gonna grade is the quiz that is like a homework assignment for you this week. But it's really the práctica el presente simple, and that's a quiz, and that's gonna be based on what you already know or what you practice this week with present tense verbs. So I'm gonna let me open each one of these to show you. So over here you'll watch 2 videos, and like I said, it's gonna be up to you if you want to watch them or not, but I recommend for you to watch. I have several videos here, so just pick the one that works best for you and try to at least watch a couple of them. And if you can watch all of them, if you don't have any experience conjugating, this is going to be really helpful. If you have any questions during the week, please email me and we can get together via Zoom, or we can email each other. And I will also be in campus several times this week, so I can also meet with you in person. So please, if you have any questions or you're confused, just reach out. So don't be embarrassed. And if the videos or the websites or the readings that I assigned don't work for you and you still have questions, just let me know, okay? Then you're gonna go to práctica de verbos en tiempo presente. So these are some videos that have worked well for other students. So I added those. And then since we're going to be using present progressive and the present tense, it's important that you practice with ser and estar. When I was reading your discussion this week introducing yourselves, I noticed that several of you mix these two, and that's okay because it's confusing, because in English we only have the verb to be, but in Spanish we have ser and estar. If you haven't learned it before, I would love to know, and if this is something you already know, please let me know. Like if you send me a comment on, okay, I have no idea what ser and estar is, that would be great, then I'll know. And so we'll practice ser and estar, like when I say yo soy, tú eres, él es, nosotros somos, ustedes son, ellos son, ellas son, and estar. Yo estoy, tú estás, usted está, él está, ella está, nosotros estamos, ustedes están, ellos están, ellas están. If you learned Spanish in high school or somewhere else, if you've taken Spanish before and you use vosotros as a pronoun also, it's fine. You can continue using it. I won't be teaching vosotros. I could and I can if you want to. I know how to conjugate in vosotros and I can teach you that. So just let me know if you're interested. Otherwise, I'm not going to use vosotros. And the reason why is because it's only used in Spain, and if you ever go to Spain, you will be able to communicate with people not using vosotros, and they will be able to understand you. So it's not a big deal. And so most Spanish speakers in the world don't use vosotros. So I don't want to waste your time. But I can teach it if anyone is interested. So I wanted to let you know. Then there is this assignment. It's like a homework, but it's a quiz, and you're allowed to take it 2 times. Then don't do it until you read everything, okay? Verbos regulares, tiempo presente. Please practice this. And there are a lot of websites out there. If you find one that works for you, it's fine. So just make sure that you practice different regular verbs, Spanish verbs, and with ad, ed, or id. And I have something that you can open also with a document that I created. It's just something very simple. When you practice your regular verbs, there is this quiz. I'm not gonna grade it. It's just for you to practice conjugation. So it's up to you if you want to do it or not. And that's the one that doesn't have any grade. So this quiz is graded 10 points, and then this one doesn't have any points, and it's not graded. It's just practice. Then please go over here to presente y presente progresivo, which is the present tense and the present progressive tense. And hopefully it will work. Let me see if I can download it. Okay. So what I added here, please save it in your computer, and I think this is gonna be really helpful for everyone to go back and use it. And if you need to conjugate verb that is a regular verb, you can just go back here and the ending is gonna be the same. If you have conjugated verbs before, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, let me know. But it's in Spanish, when you change the AR or the ER at the end, or the IR, and then you change it to every pronoun. Yo trabajo, for I work. Tú trabajas, for you work. Usted trabaja, él trabaja, ella trabaja. Nosotros trabajamos. Ustedes trabajan, ellos trabajan, ellas trabajan. Then the present progressive is el presente progresivo is like saying I am working, he's working, she's working. And that in Spanish is yo estoy trabajando, tú estás trabajando, usted está trabajando, él está trabajando, ella está trabajando, nosotros estamos trabajando, ustedes están trabajando, ellos están trabajando, ellas están trabajando. Then I used as an example the regular verb correr for an ER verb. Yo corro, tú corres, usted corre, él corre, ella corre, nosotros corremos, ustedes corren, ellos corren, ellas corren. And that's the present tense, tiempo presente. Then the tiempo presente progresivo, the present progressive, which is like in English, the ing ending, like I am running, he's running. Yo estoy corriendo, tú estás corriendo, usted está corriendo, él está corriendo, ella está corriendo, nosotros estamos corriendo, ustedes están corriendo, ellos están corriendo, ellas están corriendo. And then I used abrir as an example for IR verb conjugation. Yo abro, tú abres, usted abre, él abre, ella abre, nosotros abrimos, ustedes abren, ellos abren, ellas abren. Yo estoy abriendo, tú estás abriendo, usted está abriendo, él está abriendo, ella está abriendo, nosotros estamos abriendo, ustedes están abriendo, ellos están abriendo, ellas están abriendo. There is gonna be a quiz on present progressive next week, not this week. I didn't want to do both the same week because I want everyone to make sure that they get just the simple tense in the present tense And then next week we'll do the quiz for the present progressive. I just added a few examples. If you have more, go ahead and add them. But these are some examples of verbos en español en el infinitivo. So this is the main verb that it always ends with ar, or ir. For ar, I added caminar, trabajar, amar, abrazar, estudiar, and all these are regular verbs. And we can talk about that later. What's a regular verb and what's an irregular verb. Romper, tejer, prender, mecer, correr, comer. And for ending with ir, I added vivir, subir, abrir, consumir, batir, dividir. And then the ing ending in Spanish is ando or yendo. Like for caminar is caminando, for comer is comiendo, for discutir is discutiendo. So this is pretty important, so make sure that you keep this because we're going to use it throughout the semester. If you have any questions, please let me know. I also added ser and estar. Like I said, please let me know if you have any practice with ser and estar, the verb to be in Spanish. We have two. Read it and then let me know if you have any questions and we can go back and I can give you examples. I also added a video so that you can practice ser and estar. Let me know if you need extra practice during the week or if you need more explanation on any of these verbs or if you need any help with the assignments. This week it's pretty much practice and reading, and then there is a quiz only on present, on the simple present form, and then there is a discussion, and this is the one that I'm going to show you. I already added my answers. So what you're going to do is you're going to write 5 sentences, and I don't know if you can see the whole thing in my screen. I'm sorry if you can't. So you're going to write 5 sentences like I did here, and then you're going to read them in audio or video. It's up to you. So just for writing the sentences, that's worth 5 points, and then you're going to read them. So that is going to be your oral practice this week. And the ones I have for me are: yo camino a la escuela todos los días. Mi amiga y yo cantamos juntas en el karaoke. José es mi estudiante en la clase de español 1. Yo amo a los perros. Ellas están estudiando para el examen de matemáticas. And they can be in the present tense or the present progressive tense. Don't use any other tenses for this week, please. Only use the verbs that we are learning this week. So only sentences using either el tiempo presente o el tiempo presente progresivo. I didn't think it was going to take this long, so I don't think I'm going to go back and read everything in Spanish. So let me just go back and explain briefly in Spanish. Esta es la semana 2, bienvenidos. Esta semana vamos a estar estudiando el presente progresivo. Van a ver algunos videos en el tiempo presente o en el tiempo presente progresivo continuo. Van a practicar. Pueden ir a esta página y practicar con ejercicios, con videos para escuchar, y también van a practicar y recordar el verbo ser y estar. Si nunca han aprendido ser y estar, avísenme y les puedo ayudar durante la semana. Van a tomar esta pequeña pruebita, es un quiz y es para practicar el tiempo presente. Vamos a hablar de los verbos regulares en tiempo presente. Por favor, entren a esta página y practiquen. Después, esto es algo para que ustedes practiquen, pero no lo voy a calificar. Entonces, si ustedes quieren practicar, háganlo. Aquí está esta oportunidad. Y si no, depende de ustedes. Vamos a hablar del presente progresivo, de ser y estar, y luego al final tenemos la discusión que dije con 5 oraciones en tiempo presente o tiempo presente progresivo, y eso vale 5 puntos escribirlas y 5 puntos leerlas en video o en audio. Eso es todo por hoy. Si tienen alguna pregunta, por favor mándenme un video o un audio o mándenme un mensaje por correo electrónico. Les deseo lo mejor. Esta semana solamente vamos a estar viendo el tiempo presente. Si alguien tiene cualquier pregunta, por favor comuníquense conmigo. Que tengan una excelente semana en todas sus clases. Gracias. Nos vemos pronto. Adiós.